And before the game, Star Center Joakim Noah talked about the...
That's a great feeling to be able to say that, like whether we shoot the ball well or...
You know, I think Joakim can certainly make, especially with Rose back on the court.
There's no doubting that, Kevin. I mean, even the addition of Gasol with his... that left him with an appetite that has him still hustling.
And as we start the second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. Kevin Love out there with the man-shot, and it's Fry in at the foul. Good on the shot. Butler's got it all tied up now for Chicago.
How about that screen by Noah?
Well, Cleveland shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far.
With Joakim Noah, I mean, you know exactly what he's going to give you every season. Rebounding, block shots, steals a few points, relentless energy and enthusiasm, and even a few assists as well.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Gasol kicks to Butler. Gasol, a screen on Smith. Mirotic has a wide open look. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And Joakim Noah, he's all about doing whatever it takes to help his club succeed. Always has been. Greg, he did the dirty work when he played inside at Florida. When they won back-to-back championships, he's done it in each and every NBA season in Chicago.
And you just hit on it. I mean, he bites, he scratches, he claws his way into the upper echelon in terms of elite centers in our league. And in 2014, he was named All-NBA first team as well as Defensive Player of the Year. Let's just hope he's healthy this season to get back to that level. And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Pass to Smith. Back to Irving. Over to the wing. Dellavedova, the pass to Irving. 5 to shoot. Moore against Smith. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Kevin Love. Good season for him last year. He put in about 16 points a game last year. 9 rebounds and 2 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
For J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade.
Moore against Irving. Gibson the screen. And Moore kicks to Gibson. There's the dish to Moore. Gibson the screen. And stolen by Irving. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Here's Dellavedova. Rebound by Butler. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Kevin, I've got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. 5th in three-point field goal percentage. 8th in scoring. And they were a top 10 team in...
And talking about their three-point percentage, really a hallmark, I think, of successful offenses in today's NBA all season long.
Jumper off the screen, and he connects with the jumper. Butler's got 10.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
And it's Love penetrating. Off the iron that time.
The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
And stolen by James. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Dellavedova kicks to Love. Love with another miss.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a great choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Rose can't hit. Cavaliers leading. McDermott with a steal. In the corner, Gibson with it. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And again, no good by Chicago. Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gibson. And Mirotic subbed in for McDermott. And then for Cleveland, Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Butler sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Mas vai estar no jogo. Vem, irmão. Chamar aqui.
Butler against James. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Defense.
Here's Rose.
Defend it. 2.
There's the pick. Shot is off. And so it's a clip.
Hey, Kevin.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and asserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, Ernie, this is definitely a big wake-up call for them. Their field goal percentage is sitting in the low 30s. They came out unfocused, unmotivated, unprepared. If they can't turn the tide and play with greater efficiency, it's going to be a long second half.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Bulls. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's McDermott in at the 3. Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually dropping over his NBA career. And Greg, does he need to be more of a pure point guard?
You know, he does have the advantage of playing with LeBron James, one of the best playmakers in the league. It's a good fit, I think, at this stage of his career, because right now they need him to score the basketball while he continues to improve his point guard skills.
Rose dishes to Butler. Gibson the screen. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. And the shot is good. Gibson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
The Cavaliers leading by 4.
You know, one thing you can say about Kyrie Irving, as he's gotten more talent around him, he's become much more efficient offensively. Shot selection had been a question for him, but no longer as he's gotten more help.
LeBron against Butler. Near the three-point line, it's Love. Can't hit. Great D that time from Gibson. And Chicago shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. And that one's good. Gibson's got 6.
And Irving with multiple 55-point games last season. The first player to do that since the great Kobe Bryant back in 07.
Ejuan Moore is checked in for Butler. And Cleveland also making a change. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Irving. Pass to Love. To the inside. Gasol against Thompson. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
James kicks to Thompson. No good. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with 2 teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
That is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to a single point after the basket from Gibson.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
And that one's the quarter.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gibson. And Mirotic subbed in for McDermott. Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Noah the screen. Moore passes to Rose. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Chicago. Portis comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Moore. Shumpert, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Butler kicks it to Noah. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Dellavedova kicks to Fry. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mozgov. Noah with the block. Butler against Smith. The kick out to Rose. Mirotic dishes to Noah. Outside Rose. Three-pointer. Butler. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Fry's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
1:29 left to play in the third. And Shumpert kicks to Smith. Feeds to Dellavedova. On the wing, Shumpert. Butler with the steal. Fast break, here they come. It's rebounded by Cleveland. A beautiful reverse layup. Butler's got 14 points. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Chicago.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Rose. Here's Portis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Portis has got his second bucket.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
And finished off by Mirotic.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Irving's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. So he comes up empty, missing both. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Passes to Mirotic. Noah up on top. Bulls moving the ball around. Noah the screen. Here's Rose. No good off the pick.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Frye, good.
Empate. Foda.
It's welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Frye in the middle spot, manning the middle.
And look, if you're going to allow him to get to the bucket that easily, this lead's going to go from small to big real quick.
Butler kicks to Gasol. Outside Rose. Over to the left wing. Here's Gibson. Pocket 6. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win the ball games.
Rose gets to Gasol.
Se você reparar aquela onde está o verdinho ali embaixo,
Got them one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket for McDermott.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
Shumpert in the corner. Releases. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on. Yet he's made it and made it big.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much a big part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there, and most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Irving kicks to Fry. Gasol with the steal. Here's Rose. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. To the middle. Here's Irving. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got his 6th rebound on the night. Rose kicks to Gibson. Back to Rose. Left side Butler. And stolen by Fry. Here's LeBron. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. McDermott, no one around him. And again, no good by Chicago.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot. A splendid pass that time by Rose.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Irving kicks to Shumpert. Rebounded by McDermott. Bulls have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. That's tipped. To the paint. Right side Shumpert. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Thompson is checked in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Shumpert. 1:41 left in the game. Inside, McDermott passes to Gibson, and the rejection by James. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball up the floor. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 4. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. 1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Rose dishes to Butler. Down low, here's Gasol, stolen by Thompson. Oh, and here comes Smith, all alone. And the shot is good. And that's now 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
LeBron kicks to Thompson. He feeds it to Irving. That drops.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rose kicks to Gibson. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
They set the pick. Love gets to Irving. Back to Love. Gasol against Thompson. shot will not go. And the Bulls going the other way now.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
It's good.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible. And hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Chicago calls timeout. They're losing by 4. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Rose kicks to McDermott. Cavaliers with the rebound. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. And here's Rose. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night. And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting...
Tô bem. Comecei ganhando, isso que importa.
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you so still so down to earth.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies as they'll be playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. Got a couple of minutes here before tip-off. Let's talk about the best of the best. The category this time around, ball handling. Kenny, who's got the best handle?
The best handle in the league right now? Oh, easily. Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry. Oh. I'm going Kyrie number 1, Steph Curry number 1A. Because I say this, Steph Curry has to use his handle to get his shot.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports.
All right, ready to go?
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Grizzlies will look to their home court advantage. Just one game here in Memphis. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They like to change that now.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
Yeah, and you know, they weren't used to seeing a team and not getting at least one win off of them last year, and that's what they're looking for now.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Free throw good, Randolph. Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers, even though he still plays under the rim.
Cavaliers on D. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Stolen by Carter. Passes it to Conley. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Over in the corner, Allen. Clock at 4. He kicks it to Randolph. Lets it go from 14. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Irving. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Bulls in Chicago. James against Carter. Back to Irving. No luck. Good work defensively by Conley. Allen kicks to Carter. Memphis moving it around. And it's Conley penetrating. And the rejection by LeBron. Outside Irving. To the middle. Kicks it out to LeBron. Love outside. Unloads from 13. Grizzlies with the rebound.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
James against Allen. Randolph goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Here's Irving. Smith outside. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. On the wing, James, defended by Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. James dishes to Smith. No good on the 3. Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Well, Memphis loves the grit and grind mentality of this Grizzlies team. We all know that. They are at their most fearsome, I think, right here in the grindhouse.
No doubt about it. Some names just stick, and everyone here knows when you say grindhouse, you're talking about the FedEx Forum. Memphis so strong in this building.
Well, I tell you, last year, guys, the Grizzlies lived up to the nickname of the grindhouse. Top 5 defense here at home. And a lot of close wins that could have gone either way, but they grinded them out.
And those close wins and that blue-collar attitude is really what helped Memphis get to a 31-10 record here at home. I mean, good for second-best home record in that very tough Western Conference.
Gasol hits them both.
And Marc Gasol surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here's Conley. The Grizzlies with another league. Remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir.
How'd
That's
you
what
know
we
all
do.
that stuff?
That's what we do here. Woo. Info and entertainment.
So it's the Cavaliers now. LeBron passes to Smith. Love kicks to Thompson. LeBron up top. Smith outside. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Shoots the 3. And it's James missing. The Grizzlies have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Allen dishes to Conley. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got him going, I think.
Now Conley, following Timofey Mozgov's three-point attempt. Stevenson against Shumpert. And it's Stevenson missing.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Mozgov passes to Dellavedova. Here's Fry. And Wright pulls it down.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Barnes gets to Conley. That's tipped. James left side. Dishes to Dellavedova. Feeds to Shumpert. There's the three. Can't get it to go. Memphis leading. Barnes dishes to Conley. Back to Barnes. Jacks up a three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Moving it up. And James gets it to go on the assist by Shumpert. James has got his second basket of the night. It's a tie game in Memphis. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there, caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't, but he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
They're just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking full advantage of playing at home, and the fans have really helped them here.
Conley and Allen in the backcourt, and all this is four with Gasol in the middle, and it's Stevenson in at the three slot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now we know that Marc Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark all along most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars, and don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. He's where he belongs.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Carter, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Smith checked in for Iman Shumpert. A nice shot by Gasol.
Marc Gasol, a first-time All-Star starter last season. He and his brother Powell both starting in that game. The first time that's ever happened in league history, and having both those guys go head-to-head.
Dellavedova kicks to Love. No good from outside. Memphis leading by 6. Outside Conley. Outside Randolph. Tries from 10, and the Grizzlies check on 2 more.
Oh, listen, no doubt you could argue Marc Gasol is the best center in the league right now. I mean, this guy does it all. Defends, rebounds, passes, scores. I mean, he's also a great teammate. They all love him, and to me that matters in the big picture. When you're talking about developing chemistry and trust, sometimes the difference between winning and winning it all is whether or not your teammates like you.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And the shot is good.
A great second quarter here after a difficult first. I'd say they knocked the rust off. Sometimes it takes a little while before you get the blood flowing and you find your rhythm.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Clark, thinking back to when Mike Conley was drafted 4th back in the 2007 draft, 4th overall. He wasn't an instant star, but he has gotten better every season.
Yeah, it took him a little while. I mean, he was only a freshman coming out of college back in 2007. A slow start. He had to fight for minutes, grind away. Grizzlies kept trying to get his replacement, it appeared, but he stayed the course, and now he's their franchise point guard.
And here is Irving. Michael Conley getting his 3 to go to end the run, and it's laid up and in by Thompson. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go, and the Grizzlies leading by 9. Carter outside. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Pass to Allen. Outside Gasol. Wide open. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Randolph a screen. Conley kicks to Randolph. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And it's 8 points for Zach Randolph.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
Thompson passes to Smith. Irving for 3. Good. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
Conley into the lane. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And the Grizzlies, guys, a powerful post-play team. Mike Conley, though, is still the straw that stirs the drink. I mean, he may be the most underrated point guard in our league. His quickness and ability to penetrate the lane brings a great balance to their offense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Chris Anderson is checked in for Gasol. White comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Barnes in for Tony Allen. There's the pick. Here's Mozgov, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Chris Anderson. And Conley at 6'1", about 175. Pretty slight frame, but Clark, he doesn't get pushed around.
Well, he embraces the team's tough defensive style. He gets into you, racks up steals. And he's really a committed defender.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in. Amon Shumpert's checked in for Cleveland. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Now here's Conley. 7 points in the game. Kicks it out to Stevenson. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 7. A drive by Shumpert. He feeds it to Mozgov. Back to Shumpert. Kicks to Fry. Cleveland moving the ball around. And here's Stevenson for 3. But they recover it. A second chance effort. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it.
James in the post, covered by Barnes. James misses. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Stevenson dishes to Barnes. Here's Anderson. Good D by LeBron. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That is his first foul of the game. And the first half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Thank you for joining us live inside this sold-out arena. We are rocking and rolling. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. They showed their superiority in the second quarter and got well out in front, taking a 9-point lead into the locker room at the half. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Grizzlies?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of...
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get...
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You look at Michael Conley, what a contribution.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love with the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. The shot's good from Harden.
So Boston.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. To the middle, Gasol with the steal. And it's Memphis on the break. Allen leading the charge. Gasol on the high post. And he gets it to go from the high post. Gasol's got 10.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And here we can check out the story on Kyrie Irving. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 21 points a game, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And, you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistent.
Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they...
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. LeBron passes to Love. They need this. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella. Well, LeBron James, long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Irving. Conley dishes to Carter. Rebound by Smith.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And here's Love for 3. Another 3 for Cleveland. Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
To the paint, here's Thompson, rejected by Gasol. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. The drive by Smith. Up and in on the layup. Smith's got his second bucket of the night.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Picked by Randolph. Conley kicks to Gasol. Randolph with the ball. Picked up by Love. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Pass to Smith. Dellavedova dishes to Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. The lead now in single digits. 6 points for Smith.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shot.
Allen passes to Randolph. And that one is hammered home.
And then when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, that man is going for the jugular.
Kevin, I got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. 5th in three-point field goal percentage. 8th in scoring. And they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Pretty impressive.
And talking about their three-point percentage, really a hallmark, I think, of successful offenses in today's NBA. And they use that shot to a devastating effect all season long.
And Stevenson's checked in for Memphis. Shumpert, boom, he jams it straight down.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And when we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Here's Randolph, and he gets it to go. Randolph's got 8 here in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Conley kicks to Allen. Randolph a screen. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the third. Off on the layup.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love. Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, he didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Irving's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
They set the screen, and there's the pass to Allen. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
And Allen drops them both.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
Poke loose. And Fry kicks to James. Trying to find Mozgov. Gets it to him. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Memphis would end up going 16-13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in their final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a 2nd seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
Here's the screen. Barnes dishes to Anderson, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Anderson's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, with all the shots they've knocked down here in the second half, their field goal percentage has crossed the 50% mark.
Yeah, and any team will take that excellent in terms of their efficiency.
It's stolen by Allen. Stevenson inside the three-point line, and the release was before the buzzer.
All right, fans, let's get up, let's get loud for your. Let's take them back.
And what happens here in the fourth?
94.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Conley out there with Lance Stevenson. And it's Carter in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Thompson with the bucket.
They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
Here's Randolph. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. And that's now 18 points for Zach Randolph. And so here's Cleveland. Out to the right wing. Stolen by Randolph. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. Stevenson with it. Picked up by Thompson. Tries to keep it alive. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Gasol gets to Conley. Fires the three. And he gets the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Smith for three. Again, the miss by Smith.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Right side, Randolph. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. One shot. And for those younger folks who might not be familiar, go online and look at some old clips of Vince Clark. In his prime, Clark, one of the great dunkers the league has ever seen.
And for my money, the greatest game dunk in pro basketball history belongs to him with Team USA back in 2000. Jumped over a 7-2 center and punched it on it. Hard to top that.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. And the rejection by Love. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. On defense, the Cavaliers. They trail by 16. And here we go. LeBron heading to the hoop. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. And it's 8 points for LeBron.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Wallace with it. Conley picks him up. Back to Love. The three. James with another miss.
And you think back to Vince Carter starting his career with the Raptors, an 8-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA selection, and he really introduced Canada to the NBA game.
Stevenson passes to Carter. 5 on the clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Grizzlies lead by 16. For Cleveland, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
And for Vince Carter, a superstar in his prime when he was with the Raptors, and his departure left some bad feelings there, no doubt. But, you know, you think back to last season, though, in Toronto, they played a video tribute which brought Vince to tears. I mean, that was nice to see the reconciliation.
Randolph misses in close. The Cavaliers trail by 13. James outside to the wing right side. Here's Dellavedova, covered by Conley. LeBron dishes to Love. From deep three-point range, no good from LeBron. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. And Stevenson kicks to Conley. Got a piece of it. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. James with the ball. Carter with it. He dishes it to Gasol. The feed now to Conley. And the rejection by Smith. Stevenson with a clean look. They get it back. Randolph can't hit.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
On the wing, Thompson, defended by Gasol. Smith kicks to Thompson. Gasol with the steal. The dish now to Conley. And Randolph now top of the key. Back to Conley. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Grizzlies.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game one has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Conley. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Chris Anderson is checked in for Randolph. Barnes comes in for Vince Carter. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Mike Conley.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Here's Barnes. Mozgov with the block. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
17 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
Stevenson outside. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win.